and I can pour in my butter everywhere. It is ready and it's piping hot though.
That's you who get to do all the tasting now.
Yeah. Buongiorno and benvenuti. Today I will be making a vegetable flan, and I'm using whatever I've got in the fridge, so that means that you can use any vegetables you've got floating around. And I will be part boiling some, I will be part frying some, but I will finish the dish in the oven. I will start with what I will be partly frying, and I'll put some olive oil in a pan. And my first vegetable is an aubergine or eggplant. And I'll cut it into strips first, and I'm slicing it in about 1 inch pieces like this. And they can go in first. No particular order and no particular vegetable. I'll be using some celery. I want to remove the annoying strings first. And I'll chop this in similar size to my aubergines. A couple of large spring onions, I'll remove the bum, and also I'll just remove the very end from the top, and I'll chop the ends like this, whereas the onion itself I'll chop it into 2 pieces, and then I'll go again and do 2 pieces like this, and I'll cut it in similar sizes as the spring onion. My last ingredient for the soffritto is a large red pepper. The color doesn't matter, of course. Remove all of the white beef and the seeds from inside, and I'll slice this into little strips first, and again I'll chop them in half, similar size to the rest of the other vegetables. Back to my eggplant, and I add everything together now. I will add a tiny little bit more olive oil, as the eggplant will have absorbed most of it. Temperature is medium low. I'll mix everything together, I'll place the lid on, and I'll leave it gently cook for about 10 minutes. On the vegetable front, I've got a head of broccoli which has been in my fridge a few days and needs to be eaten, so I'll start with that first, and I'll cut the florets into smaller pieces. With a little trunk, I'll just take the bottom off. I'm removing the very outer layer from the trunk. That can go in my compost bin, whereas this one I'll chop in little pieces. Cauliflower next, I'll remove some of those leaves first. I'm not going to use all of this, as it is a little bit too much, maybe about 1/3, like so. And just like I did with the broccoli, I'll split the florets into little florets. I've got some water which is boiling already, and I'll move in my broccoli and my cauliflower. These are baby potatoes, so you can also use 2 medium potatoes if you wish. I've given them a good scrub so that we also get to keep the skin, as it is full of fiber, and I'm now slicing them in anything between 1/2 centimeter to 1 centimeter each, and they can go in with the rest of the vegetables. And if you take a close look, my water is beginning to boil once again, so I'll place the lid on and I'll leave them to blanch for about 5 minutes. Next ingredient, because I've got it in the fridge, is going to be fresh green, or you can use spinach or any leafy greens you like. And having washed it earlier, I'm now slicing in little strips like so. Also, I've got the last of some cabbage left, so I thought I'll use it for this recipe. Again, as I said, you can use anything you've got in the fridge. But we're going shopping tomorrow, so we will be refilling our fridge. And let's have a look at the vegetables which have been frying. Yeah, they look good, well on the way. And I'll add my fresh greens and cabbage, followed by a little water to give them a little help. And I'll mix once again, and I'll place the lid back on until the broccoli and the collies and the potatoes are blanched. So the broccoli and cauliflower and potatoes are partly cooked, and I can move them across over here now. And I'll keep this water, as I'm likely to make a minestrone or something similar. It is a beautiful vegetable stock. And I'll combine everything together, as it is all partly cooked. I'll turn it off, and I'll show you how to make the batter next. And I'll make a start by breaking 3 eggs inside a relatively large bowl, as there is quite a lot to do. And I'll start with 5 heaped dessert spoons of plain flour. You can use any flour you've got in your cupboard. And I'll mix my eggs and flour together first. And I'll mix until it becomes hard and difficult to continue. And at the moment I haven't got enough flour because my eggs are quite big, so I'm going to add another couple of dessert spoons. Let's have a look. And that is much better. I'm struggling to go around, and you will get this spiderweb look-alike sort of consistency. 300 milliliters of semi-skimmed milk, and I'll add it gradually. This is a similar process if you were making Yorkshire puddings, and I'll pour in the rest now. And once the milk has been completely absorbed and you get like this watery consistency, it's a good time to add some salt. I haven't had any salt at all in anything, and this is why, because I'm going to add it to the batter and I will salt everything together. Followed by some pepper, quantities to taste as always. This is oregano, quantities to taste. I'm going to put in 1 good level teaspoon, and a little turmeric to give a little bit of added flavor but also beautiful color. This is grated Italian cheese, Parmesan. You can also use pecorino if you like. A good couple of handfuls. And I will complete my batter with a good handful of chopped frozen parsley. You can of course use also fresh parsley, but I do not have any at the moment. And now I can mix everything together for a final time. And my batter is ready. But before I go ahead and add the batter to the vegetables, I have decided that the flan needs a little bit more color, so I got some fresh tomatoes which are just sliced, and I'm going to randomly place them inside with the rest of the vegetables. And I can pour in my batter everywhere. Do not just put it in one place. And using my magic spatula I can scrub every single drop. I'm going back with my spatula and pressing everything down to ensure that it's properly compacted, and do ensure that if you have got too much batter, do not put it all in. Stop about 1 inch or just under 1 inch from the top, because once it goes in the oven it will rise, of course. But before it goes in the oven, I'll put a little bit more of my grated Italian cheese on top, and I'll also add a little bit more pepper. And if you wish, this is the sort of meal which you can prepare the night before for the day after. If you do that though, remember to put the lid on and put it in your fridge overnight, and then the following day remember to remove the lid, and then it can go in the oven. I'll put mine in the oven straight away, and they will be going in for 30 minutes at a temperature of 190 degrees. However, if you were to take it out of the fridge, it will be stone cold. So just increase your time by a further 10 minutes to 40 minutes. I'll put mine in the oven now, so I'll see you in about 35 minutes. And exactly after half an hour it is ready, and it's piping hot though. Before I continue, I will leave it to rest for 10 minutes. But while it's still very hot, I just add one further little drizzle of olive oil on top, and because it's so hot, it will release some beautiful smell and beautiful flavor. And as I mentioned, I will leave it for 10 minutes, but I will not be tasting this today. Julie's got a friend, Caroline, around. They've been here all afternoon, gassing in the garden for the last couple of hours, and she smelled it, and she wanted to try a little. So we have agreed that she can have some, she can take some home, but she has got to come and do it in the video. So Julie will join me in about 10 minutes with Caroline, and they will do the tasting. And cut.
And go, you mean, in action?
Action, yes.
Right, we're here. We've been offered a taster. This is my friend Caroline, who's come round for a chat and in the garden, a cup of tea. So we're now going to have a little try.
Yes, I watched so many videos and now I'm a VIP guest. And that smelled so lovely when it come past
lovely.
us, didn't it, Julie?
Yeah.
And it's you who get to do all the tasting now.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a go.
Ooh, feels good. Caroline is my friend from the village. We all live in a small village in Norfolk, as you might recall. And she came round for a chat and a cup of tea and a catch up with all the gossip
We've
today.
not seen each other for a few months.
That's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah.
Good old catch up. And
You call it a chat, I call it a gas.
well, 2 hours just passed like that.
We've had 2 cakes and a cup of tea and a cup of coffee, so we've done well. Lots of cauliflower in it.
Yummy.
Quite creamy, yeah. Cheesy.
Very nice.
Herby, actually.
What is the predominant
lovely.
ingredient that you can taste?
Broccoli.
I think it's collie, isn't it? Collie.
Broccoli.
Collie, and there's some broccoli as well, isn't there, in there? And there's some aubergine I can see.
Peppers and mushrooms.
Yeah, there's all sorts in there.
Have a bit of...
Well, see, the first time didn't work. Need to have another go, do you?
Yeah, we're just going to carry on and munch the way through this whole thing. Did we have to stop?
Have you not got off anything what we said? Yummy, yum.
Yeah.
Good.
No, lovely.
Yummy. Very good.
Yeah, that's it for now.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao for now.